just another number, so that you could have a professional relationship and feel safe enough to create that relationship. Hearing that classes would grow to be double the size was so disheartening. I couldn't imagine being a student right now and facing that. Feeling like just another number. Feeling like my academic success isn't taken seriously by the people up top. Students deserve to feel valued and heard, and faculty deserve to feel valued and heard. Some of my most impactful classes were taught by part-time professors. Some of my most impactful relationships were with part-time professors. From what I've seen and felt and heard and experienced, part-time faculty put in the work, they put in the time, and they deserve to be treated with respect and dignity.
She's an alum, not a student. All right. Next, we're going to ask the president of the Illinois Federation of Teachers to come up, Dan Montgomery.
All right, it's a little warmer today than Tuesday. It's not snowing. What do we say in the labor movement? One day longer, one day stronger. Let's say it again. One day longer, one day stronger. All right, hearing you speak, I'm reminded, I taught high school English up in Skokie for about 18 years before I did this job. So many of our students have gone to Columbia and go to Columbia. And why? Because they know when they come here and they want to study journalism, they're going to work with working journalists who are adjunct professors. Photography, they're going to learn from working photographers who are out there every day, who know what it's like, and also know what it's like to do a job in the arts, how to advocate for yourself, be your own employer in a field of artistic expression, writing, theater, stage technical work, all those things. This is a unique institution in the greatest city in America, which has also, by the way, the greatest labor movement in America. So I was counting, going back to January of this year, and Aaron Kroll is here, president of UIC United Faculty. We had UIC on strike in January. John Miller from UPI is here. We had Eastern Illinois University on strike in April, along with Governors State University, along with Chicago State University, and now we have CFAC, and that's just in Illinois. The power of students and faculty together in reforming higher education is unbeatable. And you're on fire. CFAC and the students of Columbia, what you are doing now, what you're doing this week, and you're going to be there next week if you have to be. I know you don't want to be, but you can do this. You are teaching this institution what it means to listen, to be the kind of higher education institution that we need in this city, in this state, and in this country. Every worker deserves health care. Yes. Every professor, every teacher, every educator in this institution deserves a voice and a say in the direction of this institution. And every student who pays good money to come here to learn their career and their craft deserves a voice in the guidance of this institution. So how long are you going to be here? One day. As long as it takes. As long as it takes. As long as it takes. All right.
Thank you. And with that, we give a shout out to the teachers in Portland who are also on strike. We send them our solidarity. Let's bring up John Miller, president of UPI.
What do we want? Fair contract! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Fair contract! When do we want it? Now! Speak louder than that. What do we want? Fair contract! What do we want it? Now! What? Fair contract! The kids up on the 5th floor. Turn up and face him. Shame on on you! Shame 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 on you! What do we want? Fair contracts! What do we want it? Now! What do we want? Fair contracts! What do we want it? Now!
My name is John Miller. I am the proud president of the University of Professionals of Illinois. We represent 4,000 faculty and staff across this state, and we are all standing in solidarity with you today. We know that when we take it to the streets, we are taking it for our students. Where are our students today? Let's hear it for our students. Let's hear it for our alumni. What this institution is doing is shameful. They should be embarrassed by what it is that they're advocating for. We're on the streets today. We're outside fighting for the quality of education, to maintain that our students have what it takes, have the opportunities, have our resources, have our time to work with them hands-on, one-on-one, so that they can achieve their dreams. When this institution says, no, we're going to cut, what they're saying is we're cutting to our students, and that is shameful.
Yeah!
Dr. Kim, your students deserve better.
Yeah!
Dr. Kim, the faculty deserve better.
Yeah!
Dr. Kim, the community deserves better.
Yeah!
When we stand together, we fight for the quality of higher education. We fight for our students, and that is why so many students are out here joining us today. I have the honor of walking and talking with many of you, and I am moved by why you are here. When I talk to faculty who are in theater, who are in the arts, who are music, who are doing everything they can to help our students, even folks in the legal side of producing are here walking the picket line to protect our students. When I ask, what is the impact of Dr. Kim's cuts? Because let's be fair, it's his cuts. That's what he's doing. He's failed managing this institution. His problems, his failure, his financial understanding is what's caused this. What is the impact? Larger class sizes. What happens when we have larger class sizes? Less one-on-one time. Our students come here to have one-on-one time. Every student told me how important it was to have that relationship with their student, with their faculty. Asked, why do you come to Columbia? It's because of the faculty, not what the president does. Our institution, this institution, is a great institution because of what we do in our classrooms, what we do in our theaters, what we do in our theaters, in our studios, not what the president does in his office. So we are proud to stand today. Throughout this week, I've been driving across the state, talking to my members, letting them know what's happening in Columbia. And they want you all to know that they are standing in solidarity with you. Your message is being heard across the state. We get it. We're fighting with you. Strong solidarity together. What do we want?
Fair contract!
What do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Fair contract!
What do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Fair contract!
Solidarity!
Thank you, John. Solidarity is about a spark. There has been no spark greater in the city of Chicago over the past 20 years than the Chicago Teachers Union.
Yeah!
That is a spark that lives in all of us. Folks, the president of the Chicago Teachers Union, Stacy Davis Gates.
What's up, Columbia? So I guess they haven't gotten the idea that you have to negotiate a contract with the workers, huh? So what do we need to do to increase the pressure to get what we need? Whatever it takes. So look, when I was here with you earlier this week, I talked about how we connect the dots from our struggle as workers to our struggle as citizens and humans in this greater society. And today I want to double down on the talk of what we deserve. What we deserve is a society that listens to the people What we deserve is a society that creates space and opportunities for our needs to be met. But what I do understand about the society that we are in is that we have never gotten anything that we need or that we deserve without a struggle.
Yes.
So today I want to tell you that just because they didn't listen the first time doesn't mean that we stop demanding. Just because it's Friday doesn't mean that it's impossible. Our work as workers means that sometimes we got to do things more than once. So I want to encourage you on this strike line that yes, it was sunny and it was jovial. But we often forget that in between these inflection points is the real work. It's the work of talking to your fellow siblings on the line and telling them that I understand that that check didn't come, but the electric bill is due. I understand that that check didn't come and your daughter's tuition is due. I understand that that check didn't come, but the mortgage is still due. So what we have to do in solidarity is not just lift people up, but fill our needs up. So I want us to do a little more in understanding what this feels like in this moment. I think Dr. King said it's always darkest before the dawn. I think he also said that he had seen what it looks like on that mountaintop. And what I want you to know is that we are going to get there together. What I want to say to you today is that we only win when we are in solidarity. What I want to say to you today is that when you fight for the least of these, it is impossible for you not to get what you need. I heard every single educator talk to me about the student that deserves. I heard every educator talk to me about the small class size that they deserve. I heard every educator talk to me about the increasing cost of an education and the decreasing quality of the education. We get here because we take it. So what I want you to know is that you go back into the negotiating room, you don't ask for it, you tell them. What I want you to know is when you go back into that negotiating room, you take that student who sits in front of you, who says that I am here not just for me, but for the family that I come from. I want you to take the city of Chicago with you, who needs to see leadership and fight. I want you to take the hearts and minds of people who need leadership in this moment to that negotiating table. And I want you to figure out how to land what you need for all of us. Struggle is never going to be easy. And solidarity is always the way forward.
Yep.
Always the way forward. So what I want you to do today, Columbia, what I want you to do, professors, what I want you to do, students, is to resolve that one day longer is one day stronger.
Yeah.
I want you to resolve that your fight is for the righteousness of the worker. What I want you to resolve is that you are not alone. You got Local 1, you got IFT, you got AFT, you got a labor town standing shoulder to shoulder with you to do everything that you need. So you take your time. You talk through what this feels like. You make sure that you recommit to the fight and to the struggle. And you get right back on this picket line and you get what you deserve. Let's go.
Whatever it takes.
grounded in solidarity, give us a step with your right foot and left foot. If you are grounded in your union, if you are grounded in winning this struggle, a little bit louder, grounded in solidarity, grounded in your union, grounded in a fair contract, grounded in health care, grounded in small class sizes. Yes, we are grounded. Let me tell you, next we are bringing up a woman who is completely grounded in the labor movement. I think when she was in the womb, she had a picket sign. We are proud to present to you the president of the American Federation of Teachers, Randy Weingart.
If you're grounded on your left, if you're grounded on your right, if you're grounded together, because you know, as labor, we got to do more and more and more of this walking on the streets. And ultimately, can you hear me back there? Yes! Can you hear me behind Scabby the Rat? Yes! Do you think they can hear me up there? Yes! Well, they can't hear you. Do you want a fair contract? Yes! Do you want a fair contract? Yes! Do you want a fair contract? Yes! But I think actually the mayor actually heard that. So, look, it's been a long week. But you have had not just a long week. You've had a lot of long days. And this whole semester has been one of what the heck is going on. Because what's happened the whole semester, and Diana and I have been on the phone, and she is an amazing, amazing, amazing advocate. Diana, did you hear that? What's happened is that this board of this college has made a decision over the course of time, but effectuated it this year, that essentially says students last.
Erase the board!
And the way in which they do that is that you can see it through various different things they do. We represent a lot of colleges. In fact, the AFT is now the largest college union in America. I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to say this to the faculty council at the same time. I have never, in the time that I have been president of the AFT, which is a bunch of years already, I have never seen a faculty governance council be used against adjuncts. Never! Never! In fact, in our union, in so many places, we bring people together. It's not that there's not tension sometimes between full-time tenured faculty and everyone else, but we bring people together because in the House of Labor we understand that solidarity is what the working class needs to lift everyone up. And I say this to those on the Faculty Governance Council who disagree with me. There is power in solving issues together as a union. There is power in not letting the boss divide workers. And ultimately, though, the boss dividing workers is what bosses who don't want to solve problems do. And what has happened here and why you are on strike now, and yes, I know we're going into bargaining at 12 o'clock. don't think there's any coincidence by us scheduling this rally and you getting me on a plane here and there being bargaining at 12 o'clock. But what's happening here, which is even worse than they're trying to use faculty to divide faculty. What's worse than that is that, good, bad, or indifferent, what has happened in colleges across America is that adjunct faculty have become the worker bees in colleges. Adjunct faculty are the ones who are the backbone for course after course in college after college. In fact, there is a real issue about the precarity of doing that this way. And we fight nationwide to increase adjunct salaries and to ensure that adjuncts don't have to run like people without heads on their shoulders from place to place just to make a decent wage. Together 5 or 6 places, and students often ask, we need you to be here for having prep time or time tutoring time or time office hours. But how do you do that when you're running from place to place and class to class? So what's happening here is, you know what the management is doing here by trying to take courses away from you, by trying to erode that. I would say what they are doing is actually trying to kill this university. Why would you limit the number of adults who teach children or young adults? Why would you do that? Why would you attempt to divide people up this way? Why would you not actually engage in a conversation about wanting to have more courses in the arts, more courses in writing, to actually align with what young adults need in this city and this country?
You're right.
So, what Dr. Kim is doing is a moral outrage. Because he is attempting, in a place where colleges should be about diversity of thought, bringing people together, getting the best out of people, he's dividing and dividing and dividing. And then what he's doing is cutting the heart out of this university or this college for our kids, both of which are really horrible. And then worse, he's putting you on the streets and threatening your jobs every single day. And worse, he's taking raises for himself. Exactly right. All of this is the opposite of what should be happening in a college. We should be bringing people together. We should be focusing on students. We should have more cross-reference, not less. And we should be treating the people who are the backbones of that with dignity and respect. Meaning making sure they can think about what they're doing next semester and the next semester instead of wondering whether or not they're going to have a job. That's why you're out here on the line in the middle of the semester. That's why you're here. And that is a righteous struggle, my siblings. Brothers and sisters and siblings, that's the righteous struggle. That's the fight. That's why when I started by saying we've got to be on the streets more, that's the fight we're doing. It's unfair that you have to do it. But at this moment, that is what we are called on to do. Be out on the streets, fighting this fight for dignity and righteousness for ourselves, our young adults, and our communities. It's hard, but it's righteous and it's vital and it's important. And the IFT and all, you saw everybody who spoke before me. Every one of our locals in Chicago and Illinois are with you. Every one of the locals in IFT are with you. Let me make sure they know. Every one of the 3,500 locals in the AFT, 1.72 million people, stand with you and have your back.
Faculty and students, are we united? Are we grounded? Are we together in our solidarity? Stomp your feet. Keep going. United in our solidarity. United in our union. United in our solidarity. United in our union. United for a fair contract. United for a fair contract. United until we get it done. United until we get it done. We are so proud to have student representative Destiny Chapman with us today. Destiny.
Good morning, good morning. How's everybody? Hello, I'm Destiny Chapman. I am a current senior at Columbia, and though I've enjoyed my time here, I have a lot less enjoyable moments as well. Each semester we go through hell trying to register for classes. We pray that we get the classes we need each semester. This spring alone, 60 theater course sections will be cut. I'm terrified. I am an acting major. These are my classes. Some of us get lucky, others do not. But still, we stick with Columbia. I have a number of friends that have either dropped out of Columbia or have to take an additional semester because Columbia has either cut their classes completely or dropped courses that had full enrollment. But I still see my classmates and peers sticking with Columbia because we believe in and we truly care for the amazing community and all of the faculty members that really sets Columbia aside from all other colleges in the area. I've been working in the admissions counselors as a student ambassador for over a year. And every evening, I'm on the phone with students that are excited about the Columbia that has been advertised, the small classes, the working professionals, but are really getting a lot. And I feel like I'm sitting there lying to them. Today, I wanted to ask that Columbia administration stick with their students and their faculty and maintain the Columbia that we are proud to attend. Thank you.
Destiny, that has to be tough to be on the phone telling people about Columbia when you know the truth. We all know the truth. And the truth is what's going to set us free. We're here to publicize the truth. To close us out, we have President Diana.
Shortly, and I want to make a promise to each of you that every single bargaining session, we're going to continue to start the session saying, how do these decisions help our student learning? How do these decisions help our students? We're not going to stop. We're going to prioritize student learning first. We're going to make sure that our part-time faculty are valued, that they are going to make a living wage, that we're going to have access to health insurance. We have to. We have to do this. We're going to make sure that those 350 courses are not cut. we're going to make sure we give the students what they deserve. Why? Because our students matter. Let's remember why we're here. 6 or 7 people at the top making these gross salaries. This is a national issue in this country. This inequity, this power. They think they can sit there and 6 or 7 people can say and decide who matters. This is our Columbia. We are going to decide who matters. So I want to thank everyone here. You guys, this is a union town. They made a mistake. They made a mistake to come and try to do this in a union town. We are going to stand up. We're going to stand strong. We're going to have to make sure that we're helping each other. I'm going to ask you all to have a buddy system, help each other. We're going to need this. We're going to need this support. We are going to remain here all weekend, and we're going to be transparent with all of you on how negotiations is going. If it's not going well, we're going to be here Monday. We're going to stay strong, we're going to move, and we're going to continue to grow. I want to thank our national president, Randy Weingarten, for being here. By Randy and so many others, Stacey Gates, all of our union leaders coming together. What this signals, and I hope you hear it, is that we all matter. We matter, and Randy's presence here signals to all of us that she understands that all of us matter. All of us in this country, she sees the inequities that are going on and understands that we need the support. So thank you all for being here. I want you to also know that while I stand here, there is a team of faculty, students, all of you that are doing this together. We could not be doing this with you. So thank you. Thank you.